Hey everybody, GReimer here, coming at you once again from Cerro Gordo Zoo, playing a little ZAWA for your eyeballs and ear holes to enjoy. Thank you, all of you who tuned in and subscribed and all that other fun jazz, and if you haven't already, why not go ahead and click it. Click the like button. I'm falling out of the sky right now. I gotta focus on what I'm doing here. If you do go on to like this episode, please hit that like button. Now, last episode, a big thank you also to last episode, because last episode you guys killed it once again in the comments section, coming up with names for these giraffes. And let me just make sure I'm not gonna run into anything. And I took some of your guys' suggestions. I did it. I named all the giraffes, all three of them, after your guys' suggestions. Now, once again, I like to reiterate that if I didn't pick your name, do not fret. Fear not. Because I will probably get around to it in another exhibit, though, because there's so many. I wish I could go catch more giraffes. I even did do a quick fly around. Didn't see any. Plus, this would be a little bit crazy to try to put too many more giraffes. Let's see if we can't get airborne again and land right here in the exhibit. So I do have the names on me. And again, like I said, thank you for everyone who actually contributed names and who suggested names. They are fantastic. But we must settle on 3. So we are going to have to settle on... bing, 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 bing. Click on all those real fast so that you guys can't see. Keep it a secret. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. Okay, so the first one, we're going to give credit, big shout out to Joran Konings, who in the premiere of last episode actually suggested a name that I chuckled at. I thought it was great. And that is Mr. Oogway. Alright, so the first one's going to be named Mr. Oogway, just because I think that name is fantastic and hilarious and funny. I just couldn't stop laughing at it when I saw it. I have no idea why he suggested it. I don't even know if that's anything. But Mr. Oogway is going to be added here permanently. Bam. I think its name is... Oh, there it is. Mr. Oogway. Done. And Mr. Oogway is a male, so it makes sense for it to be Mr. Alright, so then the next one is going to be Glum. Now, the reason why is because we actually have a member, one of my patrons actually, named Glum Giraffe 0, and he suggested that we name one after him, after his name is Glum Giraffe. So we're going to name one Glum. Thank you. Thank you for suggesting that name. I think that one's awake. That must not have been the one that I drugged up to the eyeballs. What are you anyway? You are female. Sorry, Glum. Yeah, I know. Pretty sure Glum is a dude. But if that's the case, well, you're a chick in the zoo here. Sorry, my bad. I don't really check these things beforehand. So, all right, and then the final one is going to be Littlefoot. All right, so Littlefoot, if you guys are unaware, is the name of the Brontosaurus. I believe it's the Brontosaurus, the little baby one, in The Land Before Time. If you haven't seen that movie, it's a fantastic movie. It's been a long time since I've seen that. I was a little GReimer back when I first watched that. They made like 2 or 3 sequels and stuff. Weren't as good, but the first one was great. And this was actually suggested by The Fish in My Sea, Firefox, and Clarissa Thurtell also. All 3 of you guys suggested it, so thank you guys so much. Littlefoot, there you go. What are you? You are female as well. Okay, so Littlefoot, I think it was a dude in the movie, but whatever. Whatever, we don't judge here. You can be whatever you'd like in this zoo. So, all right, let's get airborne again. Let's talk about, maybe, there we go. Let's talk about what we're planning on doing in this zoo today. Right here, this area around here, this whole blah stone area needs a little sprucing up, okay? Today's gonna be a little bit of a decorative episode. I don't really know if I'm going to get to an exhibit in this episode today, but we are going to make more progress on the zoo, and that's kind of the important thing. I want to get past this entranceway right here, which, by the way, let me pull up the map real quick. The entranceway, for what I'm thinking, is like this section right here, okay? Now, we're going to need to work on a little bit of a bridge here. I need a lot of terraforming done over here, and then, but this pathway right here, kind of going around here, I want to do at least a U shape, leaving this coastline alone, because I kind of want to hug this path going right along the northern side of the giraffe area, because I have plans for stuff over here. So I need to get these pathways put in and this bridge put in, or at least started, or at least marked out, because this is the aquarium over here. It's going to take quite a bit of work to get this to look pretty. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. I might actually remove this peninsula entirely. I don't really know, because I need to build something there. I just need to design the aquarium too. Last season I had an idea in mind, and this season I do not, so I'm gonna have to wing it on that one. But for today, I need to do a little bit of digging here, because I need to clear out this part right here and replace it with a wonderful path. A whole lot of work, and it doesn't really look like much of a payoff, does it? It's a lot of digging stuff up and a lot of placing of blocks, but it is just such a subtle difference in the ground. I know that doesn't seem like much, but like I said in the previous episode where I did these paths and stuff, it's all about making it pop, because the pathing in here is supposed to be like a stone kind of gravelly kind of area, so that you wouldn't really have many like paths actually set in place. It's not like it's like grass where you would eventually have a path kind of form when the grass separates or whatever. This is actually like a path in stone, so it's not going to be very defined. It's going to be very subtle actually. And then this right here is where it's going to go off to the bridge, which I'll probably get a little bit of that done in this episode for sure. But what I need to do now is I need to work on making this pop and making this stand out. I think that adding some key details to the landscape, because right now it's just stone. This is it. This is the landscape, just stone. And remember, we want to make it look like this. So we need to add a little bit of little block piles here, little rocky outcrops and whatnot here and there. Probably right here looks like a good spot for one. Let's go ahead and grab some blocks here and actually get this thing placed. Let's go ahead and just build this up just a little bit. So this is a little different than the rest of the area, so it kind of juts out a little bit more. Yeah, something like that's just fine. All right, so if we could, where's the squid backpack? I need you desperately in my life. Let's grab these things here and pop them out. And then we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of texture to this, a little bit of something different, like so. That already adds a world of difference to that area right there. Now, it still doesn't clearly define this, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Let's go ahead and see what we can do over here where the bridge is going to be. Now, this riverbed right here, I wouldn't mind actually jazzing up just a little bit, making it look a little bit better than what it does. That Tasmanian devil is still just floating out there. He's just having a great old time just swimming. He's been there for quite a while, actually. I do need to sleep, though, because creepers be creeping, and I'm not really fancying getting blown up while I'm working on this. But I do want to actually do like a little bit of an outcrop kind of thing here, maybe? Maybe just a little additional one here. Something like that. Not too fancy, not too shabby. All right, let's go ahead and power nap real fast. Another power nap done. Creepers are defeated. They cannot survive in the bright light. All right. More outcroppings I need to go. Like I said, I want to leave this part alone for right now because, like I said, I got more plans for right here. There's not a lot of room. I was thinking it was more room, but it's not. It's not actually a whole lot of room. Let's eat some chicken. I'm eating chicken. I actually had enough chicken that I figured I better cook some of it up, actually. So I'm taking a break from the fish. I'm eating chicken on this one. All right, let's go over here to where the frog exhibit actually is, and we're going to try to make this look a little bit better as well. Something like that. This could be flat there. That's just fine. That's just great the way it is. Now, there's not much terrain detail that I actually need to change. That's not quite what I wanted to do. Not much terrain detail that I actually wanted to change because I want to do a lot of the foliage and stuff in these parts too. So I think that's about it for the terrain details. Let's go ahead and just smooth some of this stuff out then, and also get, where is the blocks, the ground blocks? I believe it's right here. Let's get some andesite in here because I like adding that in to the ground as well. So maybe like this right here will be an andesite outcrop, like where it's popping up out of the ground just a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Like that a lot. So I do need to blend this in. I did some work over here obviously earlier, but now I need to blend that in to right here. Let's go ahead and remove this part also and get some andesite in there. I didn't mean to do that, but it actually works, so I'll keep it. Good, good. All right, so, and then this needs some work. Ooh, this needs a lot of work. Hold on one second. All right, that's a little bit better. I also made that less flat. That didn't really make much sense. I'm not sure if this is the finished product or not, but it's a whole lot better than what it was before. Okay, so looking back over here, what were we doing? We were adding andesite, weren't we? We were doing something. There was things that were happening. I'm pretty sure of that. Let's go ahead and keep adding the andesite in various places. Like I said, little outcroppings, almost like it's part of the terrain. I didn't actually mean to do that. Pop that back out. I am going to have to add gravel in though, in certain places, though. So that wasn't a complete mistake, but I do want to change it just a little bit. Let's go ahead and pop this part out right here. We're going to replace all of this with andesite as well, just like that. Okay, that's good. Now, a couple more spots over here, I'm thinking, maybe? Like I said, we're looking for a vein of this stuff spread throughout the entire land here. Because I believe I did that. Yeah, there's little veins of it here, there, all over the place in this one, too. So I can actually have it kind of stuck in this wall just a little bit as well. So let's just do a little of that. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Let's pop this one out, too. That's the wrong block. I gotta get the gravel away from the andesite. I keep getting them confused with each other. Alright, so what if we... Yeah, that's probably fine there. Let's remove these guys, because that doesn't really work right now. I know having ores on the surface isn't necessarily a bad thing. I want to kind of control the terrain generation here. So I don't really want to have it totally visible all the time. Like if there's ores on the surface, I want to be the one who puts them there, actually. So let's go ahead and just drop that in there. Good. Now, I didn't do this this eastern side of it, though, because okay, so this part right here is where the zoo opens up, okay? So this path cuts down here. It's pretty much a straight shot right from the entrance, and you go past a couple exhibits, the kangaroo, the frogs, and the giraffe exhibit on the way to the rest of the zoo. So you actually get to see quite a bit of stuff, plus not to mention our sponsors, which, by the way, thank you again to everybody who sponsors, who does a super chat during the live streams. Get your name on the board right here, like all these fine people. And this extremely fine person who actually has the top super chat. If anyone wants to take a spot, next time I do a stream here on the server, that's how you do it. Or on the world. Sorry, it's not a server. It's a single player world. In case you guys are wondering, I get that question a lot. This is actually a single player world that I'm doing this one on. This season, at least. But who knows? Maybe I'll have to open up to a server at the end of the season to see if I can't get any special guests to come and tour the place. Because what's the point of making a zoo if nobody's going to see it other than, I guess actually a lot of people see this. Never mind, I take that back. There's a big point to making the zoo. Okay, once the andesite has been added, it's time to sprinkle in a little bit of gravel here or there to make this place look kind of broken up. I did make sure, I think I put only one pile of gravel in here. I should probably actually do that along the edge here. A couple more times, just throw in a patch of gravel here or there to make it kind of look like it's really broken up. Especially since this is supposed to be the part that's kind of crumbling down. It's been eroded by the river type thing. Need to do something very similar height on the other side. So that's about where the land's got to be. Is about this height actually on the other side. Ooh, that's going to be a little bit of a trick. But I'm sure I can pull it off with a little bit of faith. Alright, so sprinkling in the gravel in places. I don't want to overdo it too much, but I do want to make sure that there is gravel located throughout this. Actually, I need not only gravel, but I need the grass blocks and the coarse dirt blocks. Ooh, man, there's a lot. Maybe I'll go sparse on the gravel, actually, because I don't really want to overdo that too much. Right here, actually, would be a good spot for a piece of gravel. And I'm going to have to have a massive leg spike is what I'm going to have, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and grab, I think it's in the bat backpack. We're going to grab some of this coarse dirt. I'm going to need more than that also, so let's grab some regular dirt. And we're going to make a few pieces of coarse dirt here, like so. We're going to need more than that for sure. Let's go ahead and make as much of it as we can with the resources we have on us right now. Because I'm going to need that stuff. So I went in and added all of the grass blocks and the coarse dirt blocks along the edge of the path that I think I need to add. Maybe a little bit more right here, actually. This doesn't quite look right. Let's go ahead and sprinkle in a whole bunch of that right there. And maybe, I didn't really mean to remove that one block right there. That was on accident. Maybe something along the lines of up here as well. That doesn't look too bad. I guess that'll work. I wouldn't mind getting a little bit of other blocks in there as well. I do like the way the custom terrain looks when you actually go all out and really take the time and effort to kind of focus on each block that you place down. So on the mini-map, if you look at it, now this looks a little bit more custom. This U shape around here, this sideways U shape, I guess it's a C. I guess that would be a C. It's looking a little bit better. Ooh, the sun is setting. I forget how fast time goes when you're doing this. I'm looking for this right here. Alright, let's go ahead and just squirt all the stuff back in here. Get that out of my inventory. Squid backpack, I need you now, desperately. Put that back in there. Okay, so, and then we can go ahead and just shoot that stuff in there. Alright, so now what I need is the squid backpack, desperately. I just said that. We need some fence posts, we need some fur fence posts, and we need some of these right here, maybe some of those, sure, why not? And I'll get to adding these things here in just a little bit, but first, obviously, I need to sleep because creepers be creeping. Man, time just flies by when you're doing this, holy cow. Okay, and now that I have the night passed, I can go ahead and add these fences in to kind of clearly define which way people are supposed to go, or at least attempt to anyway. So let's do something like this. Huh? Does that, yeah, that kinda does. And we're gonna add these things periodically throughout this too to kind of mark this out as so that people know which way they should be heading. Maybe something as simple as that even. That doesn't have to be anything special like that. All right, let's keep going. Now right here they get a good view of the kangaroos. Also, that one's dead. That one is both of them. I'm sure they're just sleeping. Boy, wouldn't that be kind of horrible if they actually did die? These things are still wild, so it's not a food thing. I don't have to worry about that. They've definitely, oh no, they're sleeping. Whew, got a little worried there. Not gonna lie, I was like, are they gonna stand up? Okay, so, like I said, here this is gonna go towards the bridge. So maybe just a little something actually like right here. Nothing too fancy. That's perfect right there. Now, like I said, the bridge will be clearly visible there. I'm not gonna touch this side. Let's go, let's keep going this way. Mark down a little something or another right here. That's actually fine. I think that's good enough for what I want to do right there. Let's get some chicken in my bellies also here. Okay, now what do I got over here? Anything else that I need to mark? Oh yeah, this spot right here. Now this is actually kind of pinched right between the two exhibits anyway, but I do want to add a little bit of TLC right in here someplace because of how close it gets to. Like it blends in so well with that area right there. Now that clearly defines this kind of area. It separates it out a little bit better. Do I want to add one right here? I should actually put a path thing right about here. Something along the lines of that. Like that. Let's see, what does that do for me? Yeah, alright, so it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. I like it. Alright, let's go ahead and actually sprinkle in just a little something like, something simple like that even might be enough. Yep, alright, good. Starting to look a little bit more like an actual identified path here. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I was trying to go for here. Nothing too fancy here either. Something like that. I like it. Okay. And then right here, I don't really want to go too nuts in this area, just because this is where I'm going to have to do a little bit more work then as the zoo branches out. So I think I'm going to restrict myself to back here only as I'm doing some of this work. Yeah, alright, so I think that's good for those. Now let's go ahead and add some torches in places. Do I have any more torches? I mean, where did my torches go? I guess I don't, but I do have sticks, and I do have some coal, so I can just always make more. Let's go ahead and do that. Jump heat, put that right there. I do like these little tiki torch designs for the zoo. I think that it's going to be very fitting and work really well. Now, because I don't want to pack these in too close to each other, I'm actually going to remove this chunk right here and maybe do something like that. Yeah, I think that works out a little bit better. Alright, so this part's basically done, except for I need bat backpack desperately. There it is. Alright, I need these things right here because, in fact, let me grab this remaining stack here because I need to add foliage to this. Plus, I need to also use the bone meal to get the grass up so that this place looks a little bit overgrown. Plus, I need to get some of these pebble things put in place all over the place because that's what makes this look like it's really rustic, kind of full of pebbles and rocks and everything's falling apart and it's degraded. That's kind of what I'm going for here. So, and they can be on the path too. It actually works on the path as well. So foliage I need now. All right, so I like the little bush setups that I had going before, so I think I'm gonna try to squeeze the one right in here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have it go down like that. Just like that. I think that'll work out just fine. Yes. All right, now I don't want to overdo it with this because this place is supposed to be rather arid and dry. So like I said, I do not want to go nuts with the shrubs that I put in. This doesn't, I don't like how that looks. It's bugging me. Let's see, where is that one block right there? It was too much stone all in one area. Let's grab this, let's grab that, and let's just see how that looks with just that dropped in there. Already leaps and bounds better. I like it a lot better. Okay, so I think that's all I really need to do to that part. Now I just need to use some bone meal. Okay, I think that's about it. Look at that. I also went ahead and added in a couple more bits of cobblestone here or there, just kind of placed around, just to kind of make this place pop just a little bit more. But I think that's about it for this part right here. I think I actually finished that. Now, we got to move on to at least the beginning parts of this bridge. So I wouldn't mind creating a little bit of a structure over there for it to meet up with first, because that way I'll at least have an idea of what I'm trying to even do. So I don't mind if it's a little diagonal, but I don't think it needs to be. I think this can be just about straight on, maybe a little bit off to the one side. So let's figure out where's the center of the path right here. It's like roughly right here. It looks like it's a 4 wide path. So it looks like this is the center. I'm going to off-center it by 1, I think, would be the best choice. So this will be the center, the new center now. Let's go ahead and actually build this up to where I want to meet this area up with. Well, 1 more probably. Yeah, that'll be it. Look at that giraffe. He's just spinning around in there. Holy cow. Okay, so I didn't really think of a cool bridge design for this, but I'm thinking, like, given this type of zoo, like, I could either do some rigid, hard supports on like a wood type bridge, because I don't think this would have stone bridges on it. I think this would be wooden bridges. Or I could do some really creaky like suspension bridges, and I kind of like the latter. I like the idea of the ladder. Now this is not going to be a very large bridge, obviously. This has to bridge the river. Well, I mean, all the bridges in here are just going to be bridging rivers, so I would just smack my face right into that. So what we're going to want to do is I'm going to keep some stone on me to kind of doodad up the landscape if I need to a little bit. Let's just drop the clay block in there that I collected, my 1 clay block. I should probably collect more of that stuff. It's a pretty good texture, so I could actually use it. Let's grab the red backpack here. New addition to my inventory here from last episode. And we're going to grab some spruce wood, and we're going to grab some fir wood, and we're going to grab a little bit of oak wood. And I think what we should do is we should make some spruce wood planks, or some fir wood planks, sorry. And some oak wood planks as well, because I think that's going to make up the bulk of, oh, for crying out loud. Right? That's going to make up the bulk of the actual bridge itself. Let's actually put the first support right here, actually. I'm going to dig this thing up, I know, with the wrong tool and everything. And we're going to put something like a spruce wood block in there first, because remember, this is deeper in the ground, this is closer to the water, mist and whatnot coming up off of this thing, so it's going to have a little bit of a darker texture, and then it's going to dry up, okay? Something like that. So it makes it look a little bit more dry and arid the closer it gets to the top. Yeah, alright, and so that, let's actually make it feasible to put the whole 4 wide thing in here. Probably put an oak wood and then a couple of pieces of fir wood there. Like so. I could leave it at that, actually. I could leave it diagonal like that. That's pretty, what is that? It's not quite a 1-to-1. It's not a 45-degree angle type thing. But it's also not going to be in the end. So actually, no, that might work out. It might work out. We might leave it. So, yeah, like right there. Now, I know it's not lined up, but it's only going to come over about 1. Let's do that. Something like that. And let's get down here. Knock this out, knock that out, that, and then bam, that right there. Okay, yeah, I think that works out pretty good. I could actually replace that spruce wood. I mean, it's not actually in the water, so I could just get away with just oak. Probably same for right here, to be honest. I think that's a little too much of a contrast. Remember, this is supposed to be a relatively dry area. So let's just eat myself over here real quick. Sink to the bottom of the river and then take this up. I don't really like the spruce wood there. It didn't really work. I love spruce wood. It's not working so well here in this build. And then 1, 2, 3, about 4-ish. Does that make sense? Yeah, about 4-ish. All right, so let's go ahead and knock this one down into the actual river itself. And this one will be the spruce right here. And then I'll change to oak going up, and then it'll dry out, and it'll be fir all the way up. So let's go look at that from the other side and see what that looks like. Yeah, see, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so now we just gotta get the shape down, Pat. And the shape of like a hanging bridge is always kind of tricky. We do need it to obviously start like right here. So let's just put this down right here, because this is where the path is gonna come into it. And we need it to end at that same elevation as well, but it's okay if it droops a little bit in the middle of it, you know? So let's get a straight line right across here, and so we have an idea of what we're dealing with. And it is gonna curve in one, so we're gonna curve in 1, 2, and that way it should match perfectly with this other one right over here. Now that's if it was just a straight bridge, we would just build off of that, you know? But I don't wanna do that. What I really wanna do is take a power nap. Now that the power nap has been taken, what I really want to do is I want to add a little bit of a droop in this so that it comes down. Now I have a half a block to work with. Building with slabs is an excellent way to actually do this, because it actually looks. I'm gonna do the whole thing in where's my wood backpack? I'm gonna do the whole thing in just one type of slab, and then I'll add the other ones in later. All right, it's coming together. It's coming together. This needs just a little bit of tweaking, and I think I can get her. Doesn't this thing look just uber safe now? Now I was thinking about adding like the what do you call them? The trapdoors in here, but I think if I'm not mistaken, well, if I could type. Yeah, there's really only one type of trapdoor in here. We don't have the fancy looking ones. So I don't think I'm going to be adding trapdoors in this because I don't think it's going to work so well. But what I do need to do is I need to kind of add like the ropes kind of along the side. And for that, actually, I didn't think about this, but I should actually, where's my wood backpack? I can probably make it easier in here. What I should actually do is I should make a couple of trapdoors actually. Oh, I have plenty of this stuff right here. I didn't even realize. I should make a couple, not trapdoors, but fences actually. And I'm going to go ahead and add the ropes along the side. Now, I could actually leave it open. It's not like that's a terrible thing if I did, other than people could fall in. Which, again, isn't necessarily terrible because, I mean, they definitely learn. But I'm going to try to prevent that from happening just a little bit. Even if it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, they're not going to actually be connected. I'm going to try to give this a little bit of a what do you call it? A connection point here, so that this actually can kind of go across and have some guardrails on it. Now I don't want to block the view too much because right here is where I'm planning on putting at least one more rapids, I believe. What's the elevation of right here? 63, right? 62. Get up in the air. And what's the elevation of this this lake over here now? 63. Okay, so this is one block higher. Okay, good. I actually did plan that. I just kind of forgot. When I was planning out all of this stuff during the live stream, I knew I had to add at least elevation blocks somewhere, like some change in something. That's why I raised the water up in this pond here by 1, so that I could actually carve out a tunnel here and get the water flowing through here. And then right here is where I want to put one more set of rapids at least. So, yeah, fly over here. So when you're over here and you're on this bridge, smashing your face into it, you can actually look over here and you should be able to see. I might have to terraform this a little bit. I want to be able to see some rapids right here, so that this is kind of a nice little view as you go across it. That's the plan anyway. Okay, I think I got it all done here. I think that's all I wanted to do there on that part for that suspension bridge. Let's take a look at it from the side there. Yeah, I see one thing I don't like. I didn't like the tops of these support beams that much, so I went ahead and just kind of yeeted that thing off of there. Didn't like it at all. What does it look like though? Like seriously, this was just kind of a winging it job. It's actually not bad. Like I don't mind it. Actually, I think I'm gonna keep it. I think I'm gonna keep it just the way it is right there. So I still have a lot of work to do right here, and in the next episode, I'll definitely be doing that stuff. This was a little bit of an oddball episode. This was a whole lot of building, kind of the landscape terrain, pathing. Getting from A to B is kind of important. I think I did an episode last season called Getting from A to B, and that might be what this one's called too, is Getting from A to B. I think that works, because the pathing is important. You do have to add it to really make the zoo pop. And now that you look at the zoo right around here, this used to be just this blah gray stuff right here. Look at this. This looks all detailed and custom. I like it. I like it a lot. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this episode up here. So if you did enjoy, please go ahead and smash that like button. It would really help me out a lot. I need to finish this too. That's not done. Okay, I'll do that here in a little bit, but I'll do that in between episodes. So if you did enjoy this, please go ahead and smash that like button. And hey, if you guys actually do enjoy like fun, cool challenge maps and stuff, I'm actually doing a new season of Terraria. If you haven't ever seen it before, it's kind of like 2D Minecraft, but it's way crazier, way more of an acid trip. It's got like lightsabers and tactical shotguns and stuff, and like 16 bosses or something. It's insane. It's kind of a nuts game if you haven't ever played it or seen it. I do those streams roughly around Wednesdays. I do an announcement in my community tab. So right now the next one is going to be, I don't actually remember when the next one's going to be. It's going to be next week though for sure. So be sure to check those streams out because they're a lot of fun. I'm going to be streaming the entire season sometime midweek. So come and join me and hang out and have some fun and watch me die a bunch. I'm doing Skyblock in Terraria though. So it's not modded, it's purely vanilla. Come check it out, it's pretty awesome. There should be 2 streams out already, so if you want to go check them out, it's a lot of fun. It's a ton of fishing, but I do that all in between streams because that's kind of boring. I do all the fun building and fighting stuff on the stream, so. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for donating your eyeballs and ear holes to this episode. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care everybody. Bye-bye.